Hello, this is Lawrence County History Corner, and today we are talking about a incident that happened in Ironton that proves sometimes the cure for the disease is worse than the disease itself. The actual story starts with a man named W.H. Holshoe, and he was from Willowwood. And like many of the people who lived in rural Lawrence County, a trip to Ironton was a big deal. And often neighbors would catch someone on their way to Ironton and ask for them to pick up something for them. In Mr. Holshoe's case, his neighbor was feeling under the weather, and he asked Mr. Holshoe to pick up a specific liniment from the drugstore while he was in Ironton. And of course, Holshoe was happy to help his neighbor. So he makes his way to Ironton. And he stops by the J.W. Slater drugstore, where he picks up the liniment that was created for his neighbor. Well, that should seem simple. He takes the liniment, he puts it in his overcoat pocket, and he continues on with his plans for the day. Now, the liniment in question probably, well, I pretty much can guarantee would have been illegal today, and I'm not really sure what it was supposed to cure. But the liniment included muriatic acid, which is a form of hydrogen chloride, turpentine, and spike oil. And spike oil was a natural, low toxic form of turpentine, so a highly volatile mixture. So, Mr. Holshoe proceeds on to his day. He goes to Mittendorf's store and is looking around. For some reason, he thinks about the liniment that's in his pocket. He goes to reach for it. He flips, according to the account, he turned back his overcoat. I'm not sure if that meant he opened it, but anyway, he disturbed the contents of the liniment. The liniment bottle had a cork in it. The stopper flew off, and the contents splattered about Mr. Holshoe's face and eyes. The contents immediately burned his face and his eyes. It was actually called an explosion by the newspaper. His overcoat barely survived from being burnt. Dr. Keller was immediately called to the location. He addressed the issues and gave Mr. Holshoe treatment. He did not believe that the damage would be permanent, but Mr. Holshoe was going to spend quite a few days healing at home from the burns that he suffered from this liniment. So the moral of the story is beware of old liniments, recipes, and I guess no good deed goes unpunished. That's the story of Mr. Holshoe and the exploding liniment. I hope you enjoyed this little tale, and I will see you next time.